Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Williams with the Lisa Williams A-Team here in Carson City.
I am Joshua Priu, and
Everybody's moving to Nevada, but here's what they don't tell you.
everybody is moving to Nevada. There is no question about that. Of course, we always kind of look towards our west and people coming from California, but it's not just from California. They're coming from other areas as well, and there's some simple reasons. But the number one thing on our list is our state income tax. Now that is a big deal. We do not pay any state income tax at all, which is huge. And we always compare to California, right? And so real simply, state income tax in California is 13.3%. Now, in my opinion, is insane because I don't pay anything. And so that's a huge one right now, especially for retirees, somebody living on a fixed income. If you don't have to pay taxes on your Social Security or whatever income that you're making, you're saving 13%. So, like if you have a salary of $100,000 a year, that's $13,000 extra you have in your pocket if you happen to live here in Nevada. So that is a big deal. And the other thing is the cost of living. We're really talking about just like home prices and stuff. Our median home price in Nevada is anywhere from about $430,000 to $450,000. Now, of course, right here in Carson City, I think our median home price right now is probably about $525,000. But if you compare that to the California median, that's $750,000. So we're talking, you want to come from any place in California on the median to Carson City, that's a identical home for $200,000 less. Now, if you compare it to things like the Bay Area, where median home prices are well into the $1 million range, then sure, a lot of these people that bought their homes in the Bay Area, for instance, let's say back in the 70s, are selling them now for $1.5, $2 million. And you can get the identical house here in Carson City, maybe even newer, maybe even brand new, for maybe as little as $600,000. So it's very, very attractive to people to come here. Yeah, I'll take it from personal experience that there is just more space here and you're just going to have a better quality of life. I talk about this all the time, so I apologize for repeating myself, but the one thing that I miss about California, of course, I'm from the Bay Area. I lived about 40 minutes or so from Santa Cruz, is the coast, is the ocean, is the beaches and the smell and the whole thing. That is the one thing I miss. Of course, I kind of made the big decision to change from being closer to the ocean to being in the mountains because I love skiing and snowboarding. So, so I get a little bit of that too. Cool thing is you're not that far, right? I mean, if you need to get to the coast, you're 4.5 hours, something like that, maybe 5 if you want to go to specific places in Northern California. But then you get all the quality of living here. So if you can get away from, I don't really care about the ocean that much, and I do. I really love the ocean, and I love being part of that whole, atmosphere. But I get that atmosphere all winter long when it comes to snowboarding. So, but if you can get over that, then this is a really cool place because we have the beautiful views. It's not water unless you're up in Lake Tahoe. In a lot of instances, but the mountain views here are glorious. The valley views. It's gorgeous. Everywhere you drive around here, there's mountain views, and it's beautiful. So you're not missing out on that. But one of the things that you're going to find here is that you definitely have bigger homes. So if you're living in like a metro area right now, let's say right in the heart of San Francisco, I mean, you're going to have bigger homes and you're going to have more space. So one big huge bonus about being in this area. And obviously, traffic is not an issue for us. And Carson City is kind of funny because there's 65,000 people that live here, and we're a pretty small little area. But there's like one area down 395, like right where all the major shopping is. So like Home Depot and Walmart and Costco are all kind of right there. And that one little section, it's also where you would go west over Highway 50 to get to Lake Tahoe. That one little section right there, there's congestion in there from like 3:30 to like 5:30. And that's our huge traffic jam. I mean, you're going to see more people on the streets and stuff, but it doesn't really feel like it takes longer. That one little section, though, an extra 5 minutes, maybe, than it normally would. And, I'm from the Bay Area, and I'm thinking back to like 1997, 1998. We're talking like 30 years ago. And I would drive 11 miles to work, and it would take me 45 minutes. And those are on days when there was no accidents or anything. That was just like the normal congestion. I can't even imagine what it would be like now to do the same trip. It's probably double that. And I know a lot of people are commuting in from, places outside of the Bay. And that drive just must be, you're spending half of your day in your car. So really no traffic here. I drive about 23 miles to get to work every day. And it takes me about 35 minutes. There's a few stoplights, a few stop signs. Traffic isn't bad at all. So ultimately what we're finding living here is that people are just less stressed out. We don't have the stress, so we don't feel the stress.
So are there some downsides to living in Carson City? Maybe. It depends on your perspective. So wind, it does get a little windy from time to time, especially in Carson City. Carson Valley, we're kind of in a valley there, and so that just makes it feel a little windier. In our winters, snow sometimes surprises Californians. Our snow doesn't last very long. It's usually gone by 2 in the afternoon, and we don't get it that often. And we kind of like having snow here because then a lot of people can go skiing. Our healthcare options are a little more limited compared to the big city. So if you're coming over, we can help you and give you some information on what's out there. Reality check. The market has normalized. It's not crazy like it was in 2020 or to 2022. But buyers are still coming. They're a little more cautious, but the demand to move here is still rising steadily. So one thing that everybody doesn't know is we have the big companies moving in here. And those big companies are demanding housing for their workers, right? So Tesla is here with the Gigafactory, Panasonic, Switch, Google is here, and I think Apple is almost finished. So there's a lot of remote work for people who can bring income with them. And also our lifestyle here is huge. We're only 28 minutes from Lake Tahoe, where you can go skiing. There's hiking everywhere. The lake itself is just beautiful. People go off-roading here, play golf, and just a lot of hiking. We have the Carson River here, so that's my favorite hike. You can actually enjoy your days off instead of working all the time. So that's part of our location advantage. We're also close to California, so a lot of people can live here and work over there. Reno's just a small city with an access, and Carson is quieter but central.
Yeah, lots of good reasons why people are moving to Nevada. There's so many benefits, and we only touched on a few of them. And I love it here, and it's crazy. And I would never have thought of myself living in the high desert. I guess somebody could have told me that you're going to be living near the mountains and you're going to get to snowboard all the time or something, and I would have agreed with that. But really surprising that I'm here in Carson, Gardnerville, Carson Valley, that whole thing. But it's really a fantastic place to live, a fantastic place to raise families, a fantastic place to retire. Cost benefits are great, and what we're finding is it's not just people that are looking for a cheaper home when they're moving here. They're just looking for a different lifestyle. So anyways, again, we are the A-Team Nevada. Again, I'm Joshua Priu. My partner is Lisa Williams, and we love doing these videos. We're going to be doing them every single week. We'll put out a new video, and we need subscribers. We want to hear from you. So subscribe to our videos, and please comment. I'd love to get more comments that I could respond to. And of course, you're always welcome to call us. We love talking about Carson City. Of course, we love talking about real estate. So all of our contact information is down below there when you click subscribe, and we'll see you next week.